feel like I'm part of the magic. Yeah, I'm ballin'. Bitch, one filled with tragic. And now she calling. Oh yeah, she calling. I feel like I'm part of the magic. Yeah, I'm ballin'. I fuck that bitch, one filled with tragic. And now she calling. Yeah, she calling. I feel like I'm Victor Oladipo because I'm ballin'. Oh yeah, I'm ballin'. I'm with your bitch and now she do it deep throat. And now she wallin'. Oh yeah, she wallin'. Off the dope, I feel like I'm too smoke. I hear the money calling. Oh yeah, it's calling. I'm living my life like I'm a champion. I feel like ain't no stalling. Oh yeah, go stalling. I got 2 white bitches and they feeling me.
White bitches.
I got 2 white girls with that blue magazine. I fucked that bitch once, now she in love with me. She said she falling. Oh yeah, she's falling. I feel like I'm part of the magic. Yeah, I'm ballin'. I fucked that bitch once, it was tragic. And now she calling. Oh yeah, she calling. I feel like I'm part of the magic. Yeah, I'm ballin'. I fucked that bitch once, it was tragic. And now she calling. Yeah, she calling. I shoot like Ego Turkaloo. I feel play like I got the flu. You rollin' blunts like I got few. I'm feeling stuck like.
All right, we live, Turtle Riders. We live on the podcast. Let's make sure we're good. All right, yeah, looks like we're good. All right, so welcome, Turtle Riders, to the weekly edition here of Turtleboy Live, brought to you by the good folks over at Pure Juice. Head on down to Pure Juice, grab yourself a nice guava smoothie made with delicious social justice beans, and make sure, as always, to tell them that the Turtleboy sent you. All right, promo code TURTLE. All right. So, we got a lot on the agenda for tonight. Are we all there right now? I got to check. I'm having trouble going live on my other computer to see if people are live. Are we live, people? Are we live?
Yeah, they talking. Shout out from Auburn. One dude listening from Florida.
All right.
Fresno, California.
Oh, I haven't even asked you. That's great news. All right. So,
they know the drill.
Yeah, we're not fucking around. All right. So, let me see what happens. All right. Let's get this window up here. All right, so welcome, Turtle Riders, to the weekly edition of Turtleboy Live. With us tonight, we have Northshore Turtle Babe. Say hello.
Hello, Turtle Riders.
Sexy, I love it. And Brett Killoran.
Don't tell me what to do.
Yeah, even sexier. All right, so.
You ain't the boss of me.
Yeah, how we like to start off every episode of Turtleboy Live is a little state where you're repping. And by the way, I don't know if you guys noticed with the computer screen here, we're like fancy. It only took like a year to figure out how to like get the actual image of what's appearing on our computer, so we don't have to have FUPA cam going on and or like wicked high def like that. So we like to start off every episode of Turtleboy Live by a segment we call "Where You Reppin'." Where you repping? So let us know in the comments where you are currently watching this particular episode of Turtleboy Live from. Go.
Dude, it's been everywhere. Auburn, California, Florida. Countrywide, son.
Let's see here. I'm trying to load it up on my end over here.
Disneyland.
I know, right? What the fuck?
Disneyland?
I figured I'd have better shit to do at Disneyland.
Yeah, I
don't know. The turtle's pretty important.
What are you, Sunderland, Mass, Rockport House, Methuen, her recliner, Quincy, Abington, Manchester, Connecticut. There's a Manchester, Connecticut. Milford's in the house. Mansfield's in the house. What is it? There were some weird ones people were rapping, right, too? All right.
Yeah, well, Fresno, California, one said. What was the other one? Something Florida.
Hey, whoever's I am in Clarence, stop I am in the middle of the show. We're gonna keep hearing that all day. Yeah. So that's the I guess a drawback of this. I'm getting like a million texts. Say I think it's Kim, not the other Kim. Stop messaging me, Kim. I love you and all. Message me in an hour. All right. Message me in an hour. All right. So where else? Wareham's in the house. Woonsocket, Ludlow, Sturbridge is in the house. So we're starting to pick up steam here. All right. Cool.
Kansas City.
Kansas. Well, I have a Kansas City in there.
Clarksville, Tennessee.
Where are you seeing these things? I'm not seeing.
It's right there. Vanessa Brown, Clarksville, Tennessee, braving a tornado.
I'm seeing Paxton and Phillips.
Sorkin, what's up from Kansas City?
We got Southern California in the house. Kevin's from Southern California. What's happening, Kevin? Talking over each other with delay might be a problem, guys. It's tough to hear you. Uh-oh. I don't see them either. Yeah. There's Kansas City. Dallas is in the house. Conway, New Hampshire's in the house. Oh, we're good. We're everywhere tonight. All right, so let's get this party started. Here's the agenda for tonight. We got a story that Northshore Turtle Babe broke the Lowell Beaver bumper's father. I think we talked about the Lowell Beaver bumper last week. Her dad was up to some shenanigans this week we're going to get into. Fingers McGee and Stacy Gala are indicted. They were people that appeared back in Turtleboy back in October. They had a fun week last week. Granny McStickyfingers, a new character that came up this week.
Oh, that's great.
Our favorite gangster rappers from the Cape, from Trash B to be more specific. And, of course, the biggest story of the week that has encompassed most of the week, and that is the Trooper Genduso story, followed by some Uncle Turtleboy freestyle, and a little segment we call Ask Turtleboy, in which we basically open up the floor to questioning. Anything you people want to ask about Turtleboy or Northshore Turtle Babe or whoever else, or Brett Killoran or whatever.
Don't ask me shit.
Yeah, you don't want to. Yeah. Brett, if you ask Brett too much shit, we're going to get shut down. I'll guarantee that. But it's okay because we're actually recording this right now on the podcast. So if this whole thing goes to shit, which you never know with Facebook, we're going to have it all on iTunes. We have a YouTube channel. We'll have it all up there, no problem. All right, so let's get this party started, shall we? All right.
Let's do this.
First of all, I love the name you gave to this chick, Northshore. The Lowell Beaver bumper. Why the hell did you call her that?
Well, I mean, just look at her. Like, that's the first thing that came to mind. I don't know.
She's bumping beavers. That's all right. So if you're not familiar with this winner, last week she made it onto Turtleboy because she was stuck in traffic or got in some type of situation in Peabody, I think it was, right?
No, in Lowell. This guy on his lunch break cut her off, and she thought the only course of action she really had was to shoot him. So
that was
bust
smart.
the cabinet.
That's right. She tried to warn him, though.
Hey, what'd she do?
And posted on Facebook. Listen, I tried to warn you, motherfucker.
Yeah,
she told him she was going to spank that ass.
She went home and she actually wrote, tried to warn him, tried to tell him to stop. You, my son, don't make me spank you. So I guess she spanked him. So this is right after post-murder. Not generally recommended. Like if you're going to murder someone, don't go home and brag about it on Facebook. Generally.
That's like rule, I would think.
That's rule number what?
Rule number one.
Oh, yeah, of the
If I kill someone because they cut me off, I don't run home and post them on Facebook.
Yeah, and here's the thing. This happened on February 15th. And on her Instagram on February 15th, she posts this EBT balance, $264.71, with the comment, when them food stamps hit, muscle, happy face. Like, so they're laughing.
Yep.
They're laughing at the taxpayers. Joke's on us. And
what's the other?
It's like, so here she is at like some type of community center. Northshore, I think they're like trying to make this girl into like the success of the projects, right? Like that's how she was being sold.
Yeah, exactly. They were trying to be like, oh, you could be anything you want to be. And basically all it did was create this like super group of ratchets, you know?
Yeah. All right. And here's the best part. So she does this interview with the Lowell Sun. All right. And I think she's like 16 when this happened. So this would be like 4 years ago. And she's supposed to be like one of these like success stories. Check this out.
Alright, my name's Marcelo Polino. Most people call me Lala. And the biggest issue, I think, in Lowell is the violence. There's a lot of it in the city, and I guess it just keeps increasing. And I feel like we can, if we all work together, that we can help reduce the violence and make the streets a safer place for everybody.
So, like, it's just so perfect. The biggest problem Lowell is facing right now is violence. Like,
and people cutting motherfuckers off.
yeah,
Apparently,
what does she do? Goes and murders someone. That'll help fix the violence problem in Lowell. I mean, sweet.
Be the change you want to see, right?
You can't make this shit up, people. I mean, it just fell in our fucking laps. A fucking murderer has a video of her 4 years ago talking about the biggest problem in Lowell being violence. And then she goes and fucking murders someone.
people change.
Do you understand? Like, we can't fucking script this shit. This shit just falls in our lap. I don't know how. We're just lucky. We happen to write about this chick, and this video just happens to be out there. I mean, you can't do it any better. And then, speaking of shit falling in our lap, okay, first of all, this chick was arrested 2 years ago, all right, for having a sawed-off shotgun. Illegally, of course. And she does...
Which is, wait, now, that's supposed to be, is it 5 fucking years or some crazy shit? Minimum mandatory?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a mandatory sentence. It's really serious, and it's a federal offense.
Yeah, no, that's like that's not I got caught with a pistol type shit.
Yeah.
That's
Exactly.
They're always
a
telling
big
us,
deal,
right?
supposedly.
Like, they're always telling us that, like, Massachusetts has the strictest gun laws in the country, blah, blah, blah. Well, yeah.
But if you don't fucking enforce them...
Well, yeah, we have strict gun laws
Well,
for people who obey the rules, we do. Not so strict for people who don't.
Yep.
You know, it's like, so if you're like
When
just...
you don't have anyone to rat on.
Yeah, if you're some piece of shit ratchet like fucking the Beaver bumper here,
Yeah.
the laws aren't that strict apparently. But if you're just like a regular guy who like wants to get his freaking FID card and his LTC and just wants to go and purchase a gun, good luck with that. Good fucking luck with it, especially if you're living in a place like Worcester, or I would assume any other Boston. I assume it's hard in these fucking places. In cities, it's like impossible to get a fucking gun. All right.
Well, no.
Yeah.
Now, hey, in Worcester, it's up to the one dude. Like, it's not a committee that decides or anything like that. It's up to the sheriff or whatever the fuck he is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Where when I lived in Athol, if I'd want to get a firearm there, it was up to a committee of people in that county. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah. And I would assume the committee of people in Athol is generally the kind that doesn't give a fuck. No?
Exactly.
Yeah. Literally, like I had one of my friends, that's lived there forever. He told them during the interview thing when you sit in front of 4 people and they ask you shit, he's like, I just want to protect myself and it's my right.
Yeah.
Boom.
Right.
He has a license to get a gun.
All right. So here's my, speaking of guns, I was tangent real quick. I want to pull you guys because we wrote the most like unpopular blog ever this week about teachers having guns in schools. And I want to hear from Turtle Riders too. Do you guys think teachers should have guns in schools? Do you think that's
So,
No fucking way.
How come? All right, you go first,
Go ahead.
Northshore, then Brett.
no, go ahead.
Go ahead, Northshore. You go first. Why do you say no way?
Okay. No way, because look, there was not one, but 4 fucking trained police officers at that school shooting who didn't even run into the fucking building.
I
They
know.
hid like little bitches.
I
Imagine what
know.
the teachers will do. Then you got people like, there's so many innocent people around, bystanders, whatever. There's chance getting people caught in the crossfire. Like, it's just a mess. Like, it wouldn't work. Like, it's ridiculous.
And what do you say, Brett? Guns, yes or no?
My
for teachers?
turn. All right. Number one, those pussies that ran away and didn't go do, those are security guards, not police officers. Number
No, they
two,
were
I don't
cops.
think you should-
They were legit
No,
cops.
they were cops, Brad.
It was
they were the security people.
No,
at the
it's
school. They weren't
it's a resource officer.
No.
It's like the cop that's assigned to North High School. You know what I mean?
Oh, all right. Yes, well, that's terrible then. My fault.
Yeah.
Look, when do you ever hear me fucking take something back?
But here's the thing: do you
But
think
if-
teachers should have guns?
Say it was teachers that were already LTC carriers. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
That are trained, that took classes and stuff. And that right now they're not allowed to bring their gun to school. It's against the law for them to bring their gun to school.
Yeah. Right,
what if it was, so just that then, that if you have an LTC, you take an additional class and all this other fucking crazy shit, but then you can bring your gun to school.
All right, that's fine. I see what you're saying, but here's my thing, right?
We can't even afford to give the teachers fucking pencils and supplies.
There's a thing too, right?
Them?
So there's a thing too, right?
No, not on them. Say I'm a teacher, right?
Yeah.
I teach. Go fuck yourself sociology at whatever the fuck.
Go
school.
fuck yourself sociology. Okay.
And I'm a licensed gun. I carry a gun every fucking day. So I would go to school, and now I'm allowed to carry my gun.
Okay.
Some sick-filled little fucking loser that got his heart broke on fucking Valentine's shows up with a gun. I'm gonna air-hole the little faggot, and there's at least 10 fucking kids saved. At least.
All right. So here's my thing, though.
No, I'm saying any teacher, like you're a gun owner. You know what I mean? Not me. I'm not. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. All right. Number one.
Dude, this is such a fucking conversation. Let's move back to the ratchet.
All right. Here's my big thing. Number one, you got a better fucking chance of getting killed by a swarm of bees, your kid does, on the way to school than he does to be killed in a school shooting. So the amount of time that people are wasting talking about this thing, that's never going to fucking happen at your kid's school. It's not going to fucking happen. You would have to be extremely fucking lucky for it to happen. I mean, unlucky, all right, for that to happen. So we're spending all this time talking about it. Number two, have you seen some of these fucking teachers? Like some of your teachers that you had, all right? These people are stressed out, man. The last thing we should be doing is giving a bunch of stressed out people guns. That's what I think. And
I can see that. Wait. I can see that point to where some teacher that's just been eating shit from these little assholes for a year, right? Just snaps at his desk or her desk.
Exactly.
And just starts air-holing fucking people throwing shit.
Yes. You don't think, no, but in all seriousness.
I'm positive that would be bad.
In all seriousness, though, you don't think that would happen? Because I would almost guarantee it would happen.
Of course it would.
Yes.
No, I agree 100%.
And then you'd also have situations where I've seen so many videos of like fucking 300-pound, 20-year-old sophomores beating up their teachers. Okay? What happens when one of those kids overpowers a teacher, takes a fucking gun? So we're just creating fucking shit that wasn't there.
I'll even add to your thing. That kid, what was it, Clinton? That big sumo-looking fuck that whooped someone's ass?
Oh, Auburn. At Auburn. That was at Auburn, yeah.
Son. He'll take a bitch's gun.
Yeah. All right. So I agree with you. So let's go on to this guy, right? So Dad here comes in, Angel Paulino, and you see where fucking Beaver Bumper gets it from. He comes in. Can everybody stop talking shit about my daughter? Who knows what really happened? Who knows the time out. We already knows what really happened because the bitch posted about it on Facebook. Okay. And she did it in broad fucking daylight. All right. Can anybody tell me? Shit. And then people are like, shut the fuck up. Your daughter's trash. Good job raising her. First of all, let's be honest. He didn't fucking raise her as some people. You think this guy ever fucking even paid child support? This guy is like the definition of a sperm donor. Definition of it.
Oh.
And like you go on his Facebook page, there's a whole fucking Plan C family. He's on like his third round of creating children. All right. And so this fucking woman, he's probably never fucking sees his kid. But now he's just like, yo, my daughter killed someone. Now I'm going to pretend to have an interest in her life, you know? And he starts threatening people. He starts sending these messages to Turtle Riders. He sends them pictures of their own family if they commented on, you know, his thing. And he goes, that's your family, right? Keep talking shit. Well, that will definitely prove that your daughter didn't do it. Just fucking threaten to murder my children. That will help. Like, sweet fucking Jesus. All right, let's go into the next topic, shall we? Because I want to get to
I loved his attempt at grammar, though.
I know, it was so bad. I've actually seen much worse, but let's talk about these cheese hogs here. So, a few months back, right, Kevin Perry, this guy from Worcester who starts opening up these, he's a former ecstasy dealer who gets out of prison and all of a sudden is like Worcester's big shot. Starts opening up bars, restaurants, buying up property, has this like $100,000 wedding in Newport, and it turns out it's all financed by the sale of fentanyl, all right? And so the guy is a fucking drug dealer still. Shocking. that a drug dealer fucking gets incarcerated, comes back, starts selling drugs. Never seen that before. And he's got business partners at this time. He married a nice little fucking piece of ass named Stacy, and he's got this business partner.
Nice ain't the word.
What was that?
Nice ain't the word.
Yeah.
Not when you get to the middle of this motherfucking
Exactly.
story.
So this guy, he's got this business partner, Joe Herman. You look at this chump. It's just like, oh, yeah, the fucking chin sheet. He's just so Worcester it hurts. And first of all, if you got a wedding picture like this and you're still rocking like the 5 o'clock Chato chin strap, just kill yourself. Just stop it. And so everybody messaged us about Joe, and they're like, yeah, Joe cheats on his wife all the time because he's like a manager at Hooters. And while he was, in prison, right, while Kevin Perry was in prison, he goes on his Facebook page and he starts posting, right? You got to see this Facebook post. All of a sudden, Kevin Perry's Facebook post writes this. And it's not him because he's in jail. And it goes, during an interview with the feds, my wife admitting to having a sexual affair with Joe Herman, all right, 2 months after I was detained. After confronting her, my wife admitted the affair started when Joe asked her to have sex with Chelsea at the Blackstone back in May. So Chelsea is a Hooters chick that he manages, and he's like banging her. He's cheating on his wife with Chelsea. So he brings Chelsea back, and he's like, okay, we're going to have a little threesome here. All right. And things backfire.
It's all fun and games till a finger gets banged.
Exactly. Fingers McGee over here. Fingers McGee busts out the magical finger, and he starts inserting it into his wife. All right. Now, the mistress, Chelsea, freaks out because she's like, why aren't you finger blasting me? Why is she the only one getting finger blasted, and I'm over here not getting finger blasted?
The first digit.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, when do I get the magical finger? So somebody says, that isn't. It's the Blackstone Tap. It's right in the Canal District. Okay, and so he's in there, fucking working his magic, doing his thing, spelunking the cave, and he goes, my wife was not willing to continue the affair without Joe and his finger being present. So, and then he goes, my wife admitted to allowing Joe to bend her over the desk 4 times. According to her, after being asked to make out with him several times, she gave in due to being in a bad spot emotionally. Keep in mind, he's been in jail for like a month when this happens.
Hey, listen, this person, Christy Gagnon, said, who the fuck types this much detail on a Facebook post?
Well, here's the thing. This was a revenge post. I fucking loved this post because you're like, this guy, he's got a lot of fucking money out there hidden, right? But it turns out he's going on Facebook to do this because he goes, midway through the affair, my wife gave Joe access to over $430,000 of my money that was to be forfeited to the government. They stole the money, and because of that, they're adding 2 to 4 years onto his fucking sentence. So this was a revenge post. The only thing he had going for collateral with the government was the cash. And now he doesn't fucking have it anymore because Fingers McGee and his fucking slippery wife took the fucking money, all right, the cash. So he puts this post out there, and turns out he's got we got the fucking Blackstone Taps bank card somehow. Don't ask us how. And he'd been taking the company credit card and taking all his whores down to Atlantic City, okay, having a good time. And I got to say, I mean, his wife, that's some badunkadunk. That is type A+, I got to say, for the booty. And so, I mean, I can't blame Fingers McGee for getting a little handy. Shit happens. So, anyway, guess what happens last week? They both get indicted because of this fucking blog. That Facebook post from Kevin Perry was up for all of about 5 minutes before it was taken down. No one would have seen it, but someone screenshotted it and sent it to us, so we blog about it. Now the feds see it. Now they know something's up. Now they start fucking investigating it. Okay. Then last week, Joe Herman and Stacy Gala are both indicted for taking $260,000 from a locker in Northborough and putting it into a new business called the Chameleon, which failed in 3 months. That's how bad these fucking people are, restauranting. It fucking failed in 3 months. And he told the license commission when he went in front of him, he goes, how much did you put into this business? The cop asks him. And he goes, 40. Stop right there, okay? And the cop goes, 40,000 that you got from road to this? Yeah. What? How much of a douchebag do you have to be when they ask you how much money did you put in? You just go, yo, 40.
Seriously.
Dog. Yeah. It's like, not like $40,000, sir. Yo, 40, dog. Like 40 what? What is that? 40,000, dog.
40, son.
It's
like,
fucking ratchet.
It's so fucking ratchet. Yo, 40, son. Let me put 40 on that, son. Like, like, be a bigger fucking douchebag. Seriously, you can't.
You can't.
Yeah. Yeah. So anyway, this all Chinstrap McGee. I don't know what they're looking at for jail, but I just loved how they got fucking done in. I mean, I gotta give it to Kevin Perry. He's a piece of shit. He's a fucking heroin dealer. But that's fucking revenge. I've never seen such sweet revenge that you get on a cheating spouse. I mean, right? You got to give him that.
Well, do you think there's a chance that he told her, like, listen, take some of that money, do this, do that, do this?
Maybe.
And then once it got to him, because listen, you're telling me his story is, well, my only leverage was all this money.
Yeah.
But when I told the feds about the money, they didn't just go take it. They were waiting for the court date. Bullshit.
So
you tell feds, listen, I got almost $500,000 in a box and a storage unit.
Yeah.
The first thing they're going to do is go get that money.
Yeah, of course. So you're saying.
Right. So you hadn't told the feds about that yet, right? You were saving that in your own head.
I see.
That's your, you know what I'm talking about? Like, if you did use that, if that was your trump card, this is going to get me out of some shit, and you already told them that, they would have already seized that fucking money.
That's a great point, man. That's why we.
They wouldn't have said, "All right, we'll wait till the arraignment." No, they're going to go grab that cash.
I didn't fucking think of that. Why didn't he?
No, Brett is like going in deep here, and I think I smoke too much. Like,
listen, I was a criminal at one point. Armed robbery, blah blah blah. Google it. Fuck off.
You could be.
That's just how court fucking works.
That's it. You could be Brett. You would get armed robbery. You could be a state trooper right now. You could be a fucking sergeant.
Listen, I ain't sucking no dicks to be a state trooper. Fuck all that noise.
All right. So did he still get the 2 to 4 added on?
I ain't blowing no old guy.
Bob wants to know if he still got 2 to 4 added on. He hasn't been sentenced yet, but yeah, I think it's safe to say Kevin Perry's not going to be getting out of jail for a long time. All right. I don't know what's going to happen with his wife.
It's a bunch of scumbags that banged each other. They got a fucking smelly finger. People took money. That's what fucking scumbags fucking do.
It's like the most Worcester story of all time.
It really is.
It really is.
What I don't understand
all
with these
three
people.
of you deserved it. Like, you really fucking did. And you're a poison merchant. I don't give a shit about a junkie. But, like, you making your living selling something that kills hundreds of people every day, you deserve everything you fucking get. Fuck you.
Yeah, I agree. Gigantic scumbag. I agree. Here's the thing, right? With these people, what they don't understand, when they keep referring to it as, like, my money, it's like, all right, attention drug dealers. Any money you make off of the sale of illegal narcotics doesn't really belong to you. It belongs to the fucking government. That's what these people don't understand. Like, that money in a locker, that's not your fucking money. That's the government's fucking money. And it's a theme that we're seeing this week that's like, I feel like I got to teach Ratchets a class about, like, how not to do stupid things that get you ending up on Turtleboy and in jail. I feel like that could be a class we could teach. And Brett could be the instructor.
Community service for sure.
Yeah. All right. Speaking of community service. Speaking of fingers, let's talk about Granny McStickyfingers here. All right. So, holy shit. This has 200,000 views, this video. So check out, this happens at this shop in Bourne called The Lobster Trap. Check out what this chick does. I thought it was like a hipster dude at first. So there goes the finger. Takes a little money out. Puts it in the pocketbook. Notice there's like a family in the background. She don't give a fuck. Okay, she's going to take more. Oh, there's a little more. And so she's taking 2 bills now. Now she's like, oh, pretend to do my crossword puzzle over here. I'm just a little old lady doing the crossword. Don't mind me. Meanwhile, she's looking in the tip jar for more. She's scanning for the bigger bills. That's what she's doing right now. Now, check this out, what she does here. She's looking around one more time. Put it in. Yep, that's a 1. Get rid of that. Nope, that's no good. She's moving the 1 aside because she sees a 5 in there. Going deeper. Oh, that a 5? Nope. That a 5?
It's like the Claw game.
Nope.
Fossil version.
And then-
Jurassic Claw.
Yeah. So she leaves it right on top. So the $5 bill is now sitting on top. And then boom, she does it right when the fucking chick comes over. And by the way, that's how she got caught, because the girl thought something was up, but she didn't want to be that girl to like accuse a customer of stealing, and she wasn't stealing.
Of course.
You know what I mean? That's a tough position to be in. So anyway, we find out her name is like something like some old lady. What's her name? Mary Gelsworth's her name. Mary Gelsthorpe is her name. I don't give a shit what her name is. Her name from now until the day she dies, which probably is not that far away, will be Granny.
Week or two.
Granny McStickyfingers. Granny McStickyfingers. That's what she will always be known as. And here's the thing with Granny McStickyfingers. You look at her, you're like, she looks like pretty much every Bernie voter ever. No?
Yeah.
Like, I would just assume she drives a Prius with a coexist bumper sticker and like a Bernie thing. Like, she held out for Bernie as long as she could, and then she fucking held her fucking pride in and voted for Hillary just because. Okay, that I already got a read on her. And notice her fucking fleece there. It's got like it's a little.
I recycle everything else, but I'll throw away my vote.
Yeah, exactly. And so she's got this little thing here, right? And I guess this is like some type of local yacht club, which is like kind of, expensive to get in or whatever. That's what people told us about it. So basically, this chick lives on a Cape. She's probably retired. She has no reason to steal. So why do you guys think she's doing this? What's your theory? Do you have a theory?
No, she's fucking insane, dude.
She probably likes the thrill of it. It's probably the most exciting thing in her fucking life.
Yeah. I mean, it's the thrill of it, you think? I think it's the thrill. I agree. I think.
Yeah.
That's what you think it is.
Yeah, I mean.
Yeah, I think so.
Well, she doesn't
what's
need
her
it.
job? What does she do for a living?
Who the fuck knows? She's probably like, living off a pension or something, just waiting out her golden years. Who knows?
Exactly, but she's on boards and committees.
Just goes to stores and just takes out.
Oh, yeah, she's been doing this at other stores. Other places have said, she did it from us too, multiple times. This is like her MO around town. And so I figured she's like an.
She might have a disease.
Okay. All right, that's your first guess, is disease, right? Clearly she doesn't have the disease. She doesn't need the money.
That's not my first guess. That's my first sarcastic comment.
Oh, yeah. Well, that would be it. Before knowing anything about her, that's what you would assume, right? Somebody with the quote-unquote disease would do something like this.
Immediately, yeah.
But you go on hers. This chick, she's not an elected official, but she's pretty close. She serves on a board called the Open Space Committee that I researched what they do a little. They basically take open spaces and they decide what to do with them, okay? It's the most generic fucking name. But there's like 13 freaking members on this board. Like 13. Like, how many fucking people do you need on the Bourne Open Space Committee? That's what I'd like to know. But she's on it.
Exactly. How much open space is there in Bourne? I mean, come on.
I don't fucking know. Fill it up. That's all I got to say. And so Mary Gelsthorpe is in there. And Mary Gelsthorpe.
Motherfucker said, fill it up.
Yeah,
hurry up.
Fucking get it over with. This fucking committee is going to go on forever.
Best answer ever.
Yeah, so this chick, it's like, she's like, does she have to resign? How does this continue? Like, and some people were whining on there like, oh, why are the Bourne police doing this? Why are you saying her name? This is mean, public shaming. What do you think of them, Brett? You know what I think of people that say that.
Wait. Now, no, wait. See, everyone's expecting the worst.
Yeah.
Now, these police, like Facebook pages that show the criminals and do all that other shit, and they have the jokes, right? Like Bourne, what is it? Bangors is one of the best ones.
Yeah.
Charlton's getting real good.
Can I call timeout?
But,
Can I call timeout?
All right, go ahead.
I just saw a quote, a comment from Elle in the comments, and she says that she is an open space to fill. I'm sorry, I just can't. That was beautiful.
Oh.
I love you, El. Go ahead, Brett. Go ahead. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh. Dude, this is the worst place that you could have said that. Look, you fucked me all up.
All right.
But no.
You're talking about the Bangor police have a good page.
For fucking sale. Yeah. So you post these people. You're warning your community of these people. Like, there's all these arguments. Well, this person got arrested for this. Oh, well, like you said, they have the disease, or you're public shaming. No. If someone that lives next to me just got arrested for getting thrown out of a motel for throwing a stinky finger at a girl and then stealing the tip jar at fucking Chili's, I want to fucking know about it.
Yeah.
I want to know that the guy next to me is really odd.
Yeah.
And I maybe don't want to invite him to the next fucking cookout.
I agree.
Yeah, what if your bicycle goes missing? I mean, come on.
It's true.
And then next thing you know, he's pulling wheelies in the street, comes spring time.
So,
listen,
do you guys think
that shit?
All right, Northshore, do you think shaming works? Do you think public shaming works?
Hell fucking yes, it does. Turtleboy is a testament to that. Do you know how many people hit us up to like say, "Oh my god, I'm reformed now"? Like,
it's so true.
Of course it works.
It's so true. We get that shit all the time. And more than anything, it's like a deterrent. Like, guns aren't useful to kill people. Guns are useful to keep you from killing people, right? And the same goes with Turtleboy.
I agree.
Like, Turtleboy, it's like, we don't exist to shame you. We exist to keep you from doing shameful things. So
exactly,
like
we're a daily reminder that we're all one step away from doing something super fucking ratchet, and we need to keep ourselves in
how
line.
long have you been doing this, Uncle Turtle?
It's been like the blog's been around about 4 years. 4 years.
Now, how many times have you seen a comment like on a blog that ain't got shit to do with it, but all it said was, "Dude, man, I changed my decisions this weekend because I didn't want to end up on Turtleboy."
Oh, absolutely. All right, so
you know what I'm talking about?
I have a private Facebook group that, so my Grandma Turtleboy is always worried about the blog. I don't know about it. I don't know. Is this mean? Wait, like, she's always worried that people don't like it, and because she, you know how mothers are like that and grandmas. So I have a private Facebook group that's just me and her. That's it. And I take all the fucking nice messages we get. Like shit like saying like, "Turtleboy, I used to be a junkie, but then I started reading your blog and I really didn't want to end up on it, and I've been clean for 3 years since." Okay. And I screenshot it and I put it in our group, which is just me and Grandma Turtleboy. All right. And just to show her, like, see, I'm not just playing a game here. We're making a difference in the world. You can be proud of your son. I swear to God. Okay. I swear to God. You can tell your friends at the social club that your son is doing great things. I swear to God. So, So let's go on to the next. Somebody says grandmas are adorable, except the ones that steal tips. Okay. And that's the thing about it. She's stealing from fucking high school kids and shit. You know.
And she feels like she's entitled to that shit because of her age, and fuck that. No, equality, bitch.
Now, if you're gonna make the case that this senior citizen is stealing from teenagers, then I'm gonna have to lean towards Granny Gotcha Grip.
What's that?
Granny Gotcha Grip, the bitch stealing the tips. Jesus.
Oh wait, you want to name her that?
Yeah, so she stole from teenagers. What was that tip jar? Like, what was it for?
It's for the employees,
the little girls that were serving.
Most of which were like teenagers, Brett. Who do you think's
teenagers?
Yeah, who do you think's working at the lobster shop?
And little fucks that want to lecture me on gun control now.
No, come on, not kids like that.
All right, so different one. Oh, I'm trying to get the facts, man.
Yeah, basically minimum. She's stealing from minimum wage workers. That's my point there, right?
All right, so that's different.
All right, let's go on to the next topic. Cape Cod rat. Now down to the Cape Cod again, right? So the Falmouth police issued this bulletin yesterday, and it kind of brings us back to literally a year ago this week. All right, they arrest a guy. The search warrant stems from a joint drug investigation by the Falmouth, Mashpee, and Cape Cod Task Force and the FBI. The investigation included several controlled purchases of drugs, which exposed the drug distribution operation out of Mashpee. Investigators searched the 2 properties located and seized 14 grams of cocaine valued at $1,400 and blah, blah, blah. Also seized was material, blah, blah. Brian L. Costa was arrested for this, all right? And he also had 3 outstanding warrants, of course, etc. Now, I knew I recognized this fucking face because Brian Costa is, we did a blog on him last year. It turns out he is Cape Cod's biggest hardo rapper. You got to check this video out if you haven't seen it. This is called Narcotics. That's the name of the fucking video, is Narcotics. Featuring Sauce Cobain. Sauce fucking Cobain. Notice the backyard, the glamour of it all, okay? It's like there's no fucking grass. It's just...
Yo, dirty ass scale full of narcotics. 100 miles an hour, I ain't never stopping. Trap hard, get your bands up. Ballin' hard like M1, we trap hard, get your bands up. All the real niggas.
Like they got a white little Johns into the hype man.
Sauce. Go Sauce. Go Sauce. Woo. Yeah, that's a hell of a neck beard, huh? I noticed you trimmed that down.
Guaranteed that smells like a fucking ashtray.
Just like look at this fucking setting. It's just amazing. The money they must have invested into this video, right? I like all the stolen bikes in the background. It's like
the big wheels.
Yeah, the big wheels. There's just a random door there. And they're selling drugs.
That's the Worcester Bling outlet store.
Yeah, Worcester Bling Bling. First of all, this is not what I picture. When people think of Cape Cod, they think of like beach homes, you know, like fried seafood, people in boat shoes, stuff like that. You know, like Granny McStickyfingers. That's what you think of when you think of Cape Cod.
I think of got them up there.
Like the snowbirds, though.
This is fucking.
Yeah, that's them part-time fucks. No, she had it right.
This is what
other people look at it as that.
Yeah,
them
these people are like
asshole in Connecticut. That's like, oh, I want to show how great I am. I'm going to rent the house on the Cape.
Yeah, this is what happened.
Like, that's them. People from Worcester, Boston, that's not. We know the Cape sucks now.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is what happens when you stay in the Cape in the wintertime. This is the product of that.
This is what happens. This is what happens when you let people in Brockton drive cars. That's the problem. Okay. And, you know, and they start going to the fucking Cape. And, of course, they don't go too far into the Cape. They go to fucking Mashpee, to the projects, and Barnstable. That's about it. They don't go past Dennis and Yarmouth, thank God. Like, everything, when I go to the Cape.
They love Plymouth.
They love fucking Plymouth and Wareham. But they don't fucking go any further than fucking Dennis. And so that's why I always go past Dennis. That's the real Cape. Once you get to like fucking
right to P-Town, right?
Yeah, fuck off, jerk off.
I don't fuck with the South Shore. I stay on the North Shore.
Yeah, well, I'm sorry. You got some skanky beaches up there in the North Shore too. Fucking.
Listen, I love Revere Beach. I love
Revere, Salisbury, fucking Lynn. Terrible places. Terrible fucking places. All right. So anyway. These guys are. He's been.
It's like the third string for the Jersey Shore.
Oh, by the way, here's his other video entitled "Turn Up My Woes." Turn up with my woes. Feature. You know, I think he sings this one. It's the same crew. Oh yeah. Like, you gotta look at that fucking chain. This can't be real.
He's just like T-Pain.
I know. It's like the fucking auto-tune's the best. Like, of course he's got fucking Henny. You gotta give it to the guy in the cast too, right? In the sling. It's like he might have fucking broke his arm 3 days ago, but no fucking way was he missing this video. No fucking way. Do you have to bring your own Henny to this? Like, look at this fucking guy. I thought that this was like a joke. What'd you say?
Bottles filled with iced tea.
I know. I thought this was like a joke when I first saw it. It's fucking real. Like, they really believe this. This is what he wrote on his Facebook page yesterday. Did it on my own. Did what, motherfucker? Like, and this is what
he's wearing a True Religion fucking jean jacket. True Religion hasn't even been popular for years now. Like, where do you get that, Marshall?
It's like, yo,
listen, True Religion was never popular. Ever.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then he goes on to, Zoe said, nothing says tough guy like filming on a kiddie playground. I was in a fucking kiddie playground, and they're drinking Henny on it. Like, what if a parent went to the park that day? Like, did they have did they have a permit for that? Like, if you just were like, it's a beautiful day outside, I'm going to go and take my 3-year-old.
Kevin Lynch Productions presents.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to go down and film. It's like, yo, sorry, you can't play on the playground today. We're filming here. We got the whole crew. The guy with the sling is here.
They put flyers up?
Yeah, we got our Hennessy. It can't happen. All right. And so he goes on Facebook, and instead of confessing to his crime, he does the whole I'm an innocent man thing. If you want to see a good time, go to his Facebook page now. It just got invaded by turtle riders. It's kind of great. And he goes, I'm going back to Falmouth. This is what he wrote like last week. Bitch, stay in Mashpee where you belong. And then it's like Sauce Cobain did not go down with the ship, though. I don't know where he's been at because he's been looking for Sauce Cobain. Hit me up, dog. He's been making some really terrible videos that have like a couple hundred views, mostly turtle riders, I think. It's just so bad. This is a year later, and he's writing like his lyrics online. He sure drops the N-word a lot for a guy who, let's face it, this guy is white, right? So,
yeah, he's like Portuguese or some shit. I mean, his last name's Costa.
That's exactly what he is. He's fucking Portuguese. Newsflash, Portuguese people. You're not black. You're not Latino. You're Portuguese. That's it. I think the Portuguese people seem to, I don't know if they think there's some type of minority. You're not. You're white. Portuguese people are white. Do we all agree on that?
No, you're assuming his ethnicity.
Yeah. I feel like they want to be Brazilian.
Ethnicity signaling.
Yeah. Somebody says,
must be cold up in Maine or some shit. Brett's turning into a snowflake. My gosh.
I know.
And I don't give a fuck. Wrong is wrong.
Somebody
Y'all
goes,
keep shaming these fools.
Yeah.
Y'all keep calling them out for their bullshit.
Mexicans can use the N-bomb. No, they cannot, Angelo.
Yeah. Lisa Marie says, please tell me it hasn't reproduced. Sadly, Lisa, he has reproduced. Okay. And right now, you would like, there's pictures on his Facebook page of him with a child who is clearly his based on the comments. But that's like not like when you have a kid, right? You tend to post their picture on Facebook and like, you talk about your family. That's what a normal father does. Okay. That's clearly not his priority. As we're seeing here, his priority is dropping his lyrics. Okay. Establishing that he is still the best rapper on the Cape, although this was disputed. This comes along and says, somebody goes, Tracy Howerton can give you a run for your money. And he goes, no one can give me a run for my money. And it turns into this whole thing. Like, oh, this is real serious shit. Like, who's the number one rapper? You got a fucking kid. You got a fucking kid. And you're selling coke and debating who's the best rapper on the fucking Cape. I mean, what the hell's wrong? How do we get this, And so then he goes on.
No, you're 100% right, man.
He goes, if I could memorize bars, I could beat anyone in a rap battle. Okay, priorities. If y'all not supporting me and sharing my music, don't gap me. What was that?
All right, can I say something?
Go ahead.
All right, her first. No, her first.
Oh, I was just going to say that maybe he should not smoke quite as much and he'd be able to remember his lines.
Oh, that was really, he goes, yeah,
but you say you're an MC and you want to do rap battles and this and that, but your disclaimer is, if I could remember my raps, I'd fuck all y'all.
Exactly. Like, no.
No, wait, what did you just say?
That's like saying, yo, if I could learn how to run, I would beat you in a race. Like,
I beat all y'all at the Boston Marathon.
Yo, yeah, exactly. Like, yo, if I knew how to dribble a basketball, I'd beat you 1-on-1, son. Like, watch me. Like, what? He goes, if y'all
Like
not
the fundamentals of it. Like, come on.
Yeah, he gets really mad.
But that's the thought process.
Yeah.
Like he thinks he's a Tony DeYoung.
Yeah.
He's one of those.
All right, here's the thing with Tony
fucking
DeYoung. I feel like Tony DeYoung is just a shtick. Like, Tony DeYoung, I'm not convinced at this point, is not just a mentally deranged fucking weirdo who just fucking gets off on attention. You know, this guy really thinks he's a rapper. Like, he really fucking thinks he's a rapper. And he goes about, you know, Joyner Lucas is from Worcester. He made that famous video a couple months back about, like, I'm not racist, it was called. Really well done with the Trump, you know, Trump voter and the other guy. And he goes, yo, fuck Joyner Lucas. You dissing Lil Pump because you don't like his music. Then don't listen. Lil Pump getting put in a situation where he can take care of his family. Any real person on the grind, whatever your grind is, gonna respect that. You a hoe N-word. Okay? So Joyner Lucas, who probably has made millions of dollars, worldwide famous rapper, all right, he a hoe ass N-word because this particular man, Chinstrap McGee, or Hala Akbar as we called him, he prefers Lil Pump. Have you listened to Lil Pump?
That's one of the best nicknames ever, though.
I know, Lil fucking Pump.
Hala Akbar.
Hala Akbar, yeah. Somebody had a good comment. They go, oh, it's almost as good as his Western Cape rival, Dala Akbar. Like, what the fuck?
Oh, nice.
Oh, my God. These fucking people, man. Yeah, there he is with his kid.
Hey, do you remember 9 Millie Mill or whatever the fuck that kid's name was?
Yeah.
9 Mill?
Yeah, he's from Worcester or something, yeah.
Was that one of the kids that was with the Hennessy in the snow and the ugly bitches?
Oh, no. That was Get Down Productions. They were a one-hit wonder, Brett.
All right.
They need them.
Still down.
We need them to start coming up with more videos. I'll tell you that much because I'm feeling good.
You said.
Yeah. All right, let's go on.
Remember the rap song we got on? No, wait. You remember the one when the Turtle Boy story is written up? They don't. You remember that, the Kilby Street dudes?
Oh yeah, that guy. And they mentioned they liked us. They liked Turtle Boy.
Yeah.
I forget it. What about him?
All right, so that was professionally done. Like it's like I literally, when I look in my YouTube search thing, that's one of the songs that I've listened to more than once.
Yeah.
This asshole has one song on YouTube and 2 songs on what's that? SoundCloud or some shit?
Yeah, SoundCloud. Don't hate on SoundCloud.
He's claiming to be the best rapper
in the Cape
on Cape Cod, Massachusetts.
Yeah. Well, he might be the best in Truro. Okay. I don't know. I heard there's some hot beats coming out of Eastham and fucking Chatham these days, though. I don't know if you heard about them, but let's go on to the big story of the week. Big story of the week here was the Leah Genduso story that we broke the fucking internet with this story this week. Basically, a couple months ago, it was like a little over a month ago, we find out that this Lieutenant Colonel Dan Ristine has been involved in several scandals. He was involved in the Ali Bebo scandal, which we broke. He was one of the people that ordered the troopers, to change the arrest report to get rid of the how many guys that I have to blow to get this fucking heroin quote out of the arrest report. Yeah, which we still don't know the answer to. And he's also one of the guys that was involved in the Tim Murray crash in like 2011 or 2012, in which randomly the lieutenant governor going 109 miles an hour in Sterling, of all places, on I-190, fucking just crashes. No skid marks, nothing. Just goes. It looked like a suicide attempt. Most state troopers we've spoken with say it's a suicide attempt. A lot of people in the know have told us he was coming from a mistress's house. Okay, and he was also in trouble potentially with the law because he had been in business with these like the shady Chelsea House Authority guy, whatever. So a lot of people thought that this might have been a suicide attempt. We don't know because Ristine was in charge, and he had fucking Murray's cell phone confiscated, and they never fucking revealed what was on it. So we don't know anything because this guy covered up. So that's two things now. Then we find out he's got a nice little dime piece of a girlfriend here who happens to be a state trooper. And I was Facebook friends with her at the time. I've shared memes of hers before, okay? And I thought she was like on the up and up. I didn't really know her, but I had like 90 mutual friends with her, so I thought she was good shit. Her name's Leah Genduso. And they had met in 2010 when she was a state police dispatcher, we found out. And then she becomes a statey 4 years later, all right? And she immediately, when she gets on, she gets the coveted canine unit job, which is a sweet gig. A lot of people would like that job, but she gets it right out of the academy. And meanwhile, I have a lot of friends that are state troopers. I have friends that are from fucking the North Shore. They get sent to work in fucking Athol. I got friends that are from Worcester. They get sent to work in fucking
5 years.
Shelburne Falls.
Like you got to put your time in.
Exactly. You got to go work in fucking Cheshire Barracks. You want to go to fucking Cheshire sometime. Okay, you can police.
You gotta respond to calls in Greenfield.
Yeah.
And Coleraine.
Coleraine.
Yep.
Fucking Coleraine.
4 or 5 years.
Do you understand the kind of calls that you're gonna get in Coleraine? They're all the fucking same. My sister, I was fucking my sister, and then she pulled a gun on me. That's what you're gonna respond to every time. All right, and just breaking up domestic.
I hit her, but I didn't hit her.
Exactly. Yeah, like, I'm not kidding. That's what they got. Like everybody that's worked in those towns has been like, yeah, it's fucking all domestics, and then you go to a trailer and you have to arrest someone. It's like a rule with a domestic, and it's fucking paperwork. It's just a fucking nightmare. It's not real police work. And so this chick though comes in because she's fucking Mr. Clean here, and gets the fucking job as the canine unit. Like, sweet gig. So whatever, though. We didn't outright accuse her of favoritism, but we certainly alluded to it. And we got a message from her after that. And this is the message.
I wonder what the PM said.
Yeah, so the first thing she says to us is get your facts straight next time. I've already seen enough. As soon as I see that, you might as well write, only God can judge. Or something that's really ratchet. Like
or just put, I'm guilty.
No, exactly. Get your facts straight. So right away, I know she's fucking guilty. And she's like, I worked my ass off to get where I am. I've been working with dogs for 16 years. Oh, so I cut the line because I've been working with dogs. I donated dogs to police and got killed in the academy because of my ex-boyfriend. I'm sorry you guys assume I got to where I am because of him. We're only 17 years apart. Only. Like, fuck. Oh, I swear to God. Like, I'm sorry. Nobody looks at that, like, 50-something-year-old man and is like, yo, I definitely, like, you're a hot chick. It's like, yo, that's the guy right there. I'm taking that. That's my cervix scraper. I'm going to let him go. Come inside the taco warmer, honey.
Exactly.
You can have your fucking pick. She chose the guy with power who got her a job at a place where she wanted to work at. So whatever, we don't know about anything about her past at this point, and blah, 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 but she just wants to insist that I got here because I worked my ass off. All right? Well, we also find out that on her Facebook page, she calls her mentor former Colonel Marion McGovern. And Marion McGovern here she was the commander of the Massachusetts State Police until she retired in 2012. You see them wishing each other great things. You did this all yourself. Blah 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 blah. DeVal Patrick reporting there. There you go. You're awesome. And then you see Marion McGovern here with Maura Healey. So obviously she's a politically connected hack. And we find out in 2012 she retired and she got a tax-free pension out of this, which saves her $25,000 a year. Why? Because she's disabled. Because she has a heart condition. And did you guys happen to see the blog we published like 2 hours ago about this chick?
I saw that.
Disabled, but you're doing mud runs and all the other shit.
Fucking
right? CrossFit.
Like, that.
And she's posted. So,
can I say something?
Go ahead. Yeah, you can absolutely say something. That's where we got you on.
All right. So, in my old age and such, when I moved to Maine, I started taking jiu-jitsu.
Of course you did.
And started trying to, like, work out and shit.
Mm.
And it's a fucking nightmare. Like, there's nothing physically wrong with me. I'm fat and fucking old.
Yeah.
I get choked out by 19-year-olds every class. That's a nightmare. So if I said, well, hey, I have a physical disability, and then someone showed proof of me taking jiu-jitsu, say, you would think that that's like, oh, well, no, you're full of shit, and I'd be arrested. No?
Yeah, it's like the guy at the T that got arrested for the fake workers' comp claim. They
How about that guy? That was
now
great.
This fucking cunt
That was a good one.
is sitting there talking about disability, and doing that CrossFit shit. And that's some crazy broad, son. She's like, I'm going to get my pussy so tight, I'm going to run 18 miles and then lift 3 logs, fucking swim through mud. And
Oh, yeah. So,
but you're disabled.
Yeah. So we find out, right? Obviously, we've all seen the story by now. So McGovern obviously had a hand in getting her into the academy. Obviously. All right. Because we find out that she was she was never arrested, but she was a pot dealer. She started dating a guy named Sean Bucci in 2001. And this is all testimony that she gave under oath in 2007 at Sean Bucci's trial. Her ex, mind you. So she's at his trial, and she's telling all this testimony. She admits to selling pot, which to me is not a big deal, but it was, in fact, illegal, all right? And she sold thousands of pounds of it. And not only did she sell it, she expanded his markets to Worcester to some guy named Tim, who she's selling hydro to, making tons of fucking cash, paying no taxes, and it all comes crashing down. And, by the way, never paying rent. So this is a theme with her. She fucks whatever guy gets her the power. You know what I mean? It was drug dealers back then. Yeah. And so it all comes crashing down in June of 2003 when Sean Bucci wakes her up and is like, yo, cops are coming. Get the fuck out. You got a cash box in the trunk. Fucking go. And they just fucking go. And she fucking hides it. And she brings it. She goes to the fucking strip club where she worked. She gets someone else's car because she thinks she's marked. And then she takes the cash and she calls up this shady lawyer who's been accused of rape. Not once, not twice, not 3 times, but 4 fucking times.
Yeah.
All the same age girls, 18 and 19, all the same story. Okay. I don't know how this motherfucker's not in jail, but he was actually one of People's Magazine's most eligible bachelors. So, of course, she finds this fucking guy, gives him 200. He agrees to fucking hide drug money, to hide it. And they give him 50 grand cash, okay, which he knows is drug money. No fucking receipts either, because that's the kind of scumbag we're dealing with here.
How does he know it's drug money?
Because she fucking told him. Under oath, the prosecutor asked him.
Devil's advocate.
Oh, yeah, thank you. Okay.
So she'd be like, hey, I just sold his Beamer. Here's that 50 grand.
Yeah, just think, and we asked lawyers about this. They go, if you knew money was drug money, is it ethical to accept? And they go, no, absolutely not. You just don't ask.
Nobody.
Yeah. This chick just comes out and tells him, yep, it's drug money, bitch. Here you go. Here's our drug money. Please accept it. And so, in 2003, she gets grand juried and she pleads the 5th. Then something happens between then. She breaks up with him, and I guess she can't plead the 5th anymore. And so she goes to the grand jury. And what does she do? She fucking lies about something. She just fucking perjures herself. She got immunity. She wouldn't go to jail if she didn't fucking lie, right? But she fucking lies, which means, to me, now you're going to jail. You've committed perjury, and now these charges are back. That's how things work in a normal world. But I think this prosecutor, Peter Levitt, is fucking dirty himself because he gives her another fucking chance to testify against Sean Bucci, and then all of a sudden she's the hero. And she's like, yep, and she tells him everything. I sold pot, I did this and this, okay, I laundered the money, I committed perjury, I never paid taxes. She fucking confesses to all these fucking crimes, and she doesn't go to jail. Okay.
Federal crime.
Minimum.
That's the important part here.
Yeah.
Federal crime.
The FBI was investigating this with the Massachusetts State Police. So the state police know who this fucking chick is. Then, the year after the testimony in 2008, who does she get a job with? State police dispatchers. Okay? Some fucking how. She gets a job with the state police dispatcher. Then she gets in there. She fucking meets Ristine. And she starts banging him. And next thing you know, she's a trooper. Now, like I said, I know people that are troopers. It ain't fucking easy to become a trooper.
Not just the trooper, though.
What was that?
Not just the trooper.
Oh, yeah.
Canine.
A canine trooper, right. So, to become a trooper, I was always in the impression that you got to be square. All my friends that are troopers, right, when we were having fun in our early 20s, they were leaving the room, right? It'd be like, it came to the time in the night when it's like, yo, time for bong rips. And this guy's like, you know what? I gotta leave the room. Okay. I'm trying to get into the academy, blah, blah, blah. Like they had to be square.
Yeah.
You know, and it sucks because they did the right thing and they're out in fucking Cheshire and this chick's selling pot by the pound, wrapping it in Christmas paper and fucking laundering $275,000 to rapey lawyers. And she gets to be a state trooper. Does that make any fucking sense to you?
Well, didn't she give like 50 grand to 3 different lawyers?
Yeah.
Like one for him, one for his buddy, and then one for her, or she hired a different lawyer than those, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It was something like that in the blog.
She hired 4 different lawyers, I think. Like one for by the way, this guy, Sean Bucci, is like the most virtuous pot dealer of all time. Like he fucking paid for lawyers for all his co-defendants. He didn't snitch on anyone. And it's like,
but it was like $150,000 fucking dollars.
Yeah, all on lawyers. Yeah. Cash.
Oh.
Those lawyers could have just been like, you know what? Go fuck yourself. I got no receipts. You never paid me. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm surprised they didn't do that. So it's just like all this shit's going on. And so we get this sent to us and we're like, holy fucking shit. A state trooper. How do I have this? Why am I reading this right now? And how the fuck did the state fucking police not know about this? Do you guys have any fucking theories on this? How the fuck did she become a state cop? What do you guys think? I'd like to read the comments too. How the fuck did she become a state cop? You guys have any theories?
Corruption.
So
exactly. She put on her best fucking knee pads and sucked her way to the top. I mean, and she was halfway decent at her job, maybe.
She fucking job, though.
Okay,
like
so
the canine unit.
They made it easy for her, for sure.
This is a conspiracy, then, right? Like this isn't just one person checking a box and letting her in. This is, I assume, a group of people came together and made this decision, right?
Exactly, and it just kept like she kept gaining like an extra level each time she moved up and had more, you know.
Well, like she said, so each level, right? You go past a different group of people. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. And
at least one of those people got that call, that memo, that text, whatever the fuck it was. Said, hey, I really like Princess fucking give up the butt. Pass it through to the next round. I'd appreciate it.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Favors for her.
Yeah.
So, but that means other people had to accept it. It's all right. So here's the question: did they all know?
So other people that maybe they were like, "There's no way this bitch is getting in," but they were overruled. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
but why didn't they blow the whistle?
But they just accepted it, though.
They just okay, and I feel like that's a lot.
Okay.
That's one thing I've learned with Massachusetts State Troopers is there is an element of fear in that job. The people that give us this shit, they always send it from anonymous emails, and they write like a million times, like, seriously, you can't say it was me. Like they're fucking. They can feel the fright every time a state trooper emails us, and it happens all the fucking time now. And by the way,
oh yeah, all the cops that I talk to are like petrified. They're like, please no, don't name me, like whatever. It's
yeah. And so it's just like,
so now see, you're a police officer. That's a career. That's not a fucking job. That's not someone at Wendy's messaging you about that manager that spit in a burger and then kicked an old lady. You know what I mean? Like, that's a fucking career.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of people in that job did it the right fucking way.
Yes.
Like, they went through the steps, and they did their fucking time.
They earned it.
And
Yeah,
they broke
earned
up
it.
32 domestics in 2 years
And
in
coal
rape.
Yeah.
And they, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Exactly.
I think those people got fucking cheated.
Yeah.
That's my opinion.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to, all right.
And
So, like, I don't want to go nuts, but those people that honestly give a fuck about our safety got fucked
Yep.
over a fucking open cunt and fucking whore that sucked her way to prominence.
You got that right. That's what I love about you. Thank you, Brett.
Bam!
Thank you for finally unleashing and the real Brett comes out. And that's the thing. Everybody's always saying to us, aren't you worried about the state police and the next time you get pulled over? No, motherfucker. The exact opposite. The state police respect this. These are their asshole bosses. Like, we all have an asshole boss. They're asshole bosses except with like
These are
fucking
the good old boys.
Yeah. This is like Hillary Clinton type boss. Like, worried I might die if I say some shit. And so yeah, we're very happy to break this story. But when I first read it, right, like, we got this on Friday, last Friday. And I remember reading it and being like, holy shit. I sat on it all weekend. And I'm like thinking in my head, this girl doesn't know I have this shit. I'm literally about to ruin her life. You know what? That's a weird fucking feeling. And I'm like thinking, I'm like, do I really want to ruin her? Because it's going to ruin her fucking life. Like, she's got this whole thing. Like, I was a pot dealer and now I'm reformed and I've turned my life around, but I got this fucking skeleton. And as long as no one finds out about it, I'm good. But I've already made it this far, so I'm in the clear. And she doesn't fucking know that I'm sitting at home on the throne reading this fucking email in her fucking transcripts. And I'm like, bitch, I'm going to press a button on Monday and it's going to ruin your life. She was working.
Exactly.
She was working, by the way, when this came out. And somebody said they showed it to her and her face turned white and she went home. And that night, the command staff. What was that? Oh, yeah.
Like, I feel bad.
I did too.
Why?
I don't know.
Why do you feel bad?
Because she had to be the fall guy. It's not necessarily her fault that she was put into this position.
No, but it is.
I'm with you.
Yes, she accepted it. She knew she didn't deserve it or didn't earn it.
But
I'm with you, Brett.
Yeah, she's a drug-dealing piece of shit.
I agree. Well, drug dealer. She's a pot dealer. She's a pot dealer. She's a pot dealer. Big difference, right? She's not telling fentanyl.
Yeah.
I like pot.
At this point, you're federally indicted for charges. So you hide money, you hire lawyers, and you do all this other shit. You earned this, man.
Yeah, I agree, but I see what she's saying, because she shouldn't even have been in this position. She never should have been hired in the first place. Okay? And so
she should have stayed at the fucking strip club.
But at the same time, I agree with Brett, because it's kind of like, you got to know. She has to know that being a state trooper is out of the question. Don't pursue that career. Like you said,
for sure.
Stay at the strip club. You make tips there. Okay. You got to cross state trooper off the list. She never crossed it off. That was a problem. And I feel like
it
she
was kind of like handed to her.
Well, she did it on purpose though. She fucked her way up the food chain. This was all by design. No,
yeah, for sure.
Like, she didn't fuck Daniel Ristine.
You know what?
Because it felt she didn't fucking fuck Daniel Ristine because he gives her multiple orgasms. Okay, she fucked him.
It was convenient and it was going to be beneficial to her life for sure.
She had a plan. It doesn't seem like she had a plan, like, to get into the state police.
No,
that's where I see what she's saying. To where it did kind of fall in her lap.
It did.
She started sucking this one dick, and then
the whole world opened up for her. I mean,
$151,000. She had a nice. I mean, think of it. She was like looking at her next 25 years of her life. She's like, "Oh, this is nice. This is comfortable. I'm making $151,000 now. I could be making $200,000 in 5 or 6 years. I'm gonna get a fucking nice
boinking the old dude who's going to get a huge pension. It's going to be beautiful.
Yeah, she already dumped him. She's like, I got rid of the old dude. I don't need him anymore. I don't need Bucci. You know, I'll just find some new young cock, latch onto that, and I'll be rich. Not rich, but like, you know, upper middle class. And, you know, life's good. Yeah. And then all of a sudden, Monday afternoon at 3 o'clock, Turtleboy comes out. And everything comes crashing down. I mean, what a week she
had.
But
in the grand scheme of things, this is small potatoes. Imagine how much more corruption there is within the MSP.
Yeah.
She's just a fall guy. She's a scapegoat for a wider problem, you know?
We're going to have a lot more, but we got to cut it short right now because we're running out of time. So what we're going to do right now is the Turtleboy freestyle, all right? And then stick around. We're going to do some Q&A. All right, ask Turtleboy, ask whatever. Tonight, we got Bone Thugs and Harmony. Let's get it.
Bang it out, son.
Hold on.
Woo! She said woo.
Hold on.
Listen, I love me some Bone Thugs.
You like Bone Thugs. Well, this is like old school.
Oh, my God.
Hold on. I got to load it up here. That's what she said.
Old school. It's no old school Bone Thugs. They had one fucking album.
That was it?
Please, that's fucking blasphemy, Brett.
One album that mattered.
All right, here we go.
The one with first of the month and all that.
Lowell Beaver bumper gets mad when she's stuck in traffic. Now she's in jail, and she likes the demographic. Her story fell apart when they began to quiz her in cell block D, where she be scissoring. How you gonna kill on the day you get food stamps? Now you're getting broomed by a bunch of prison tramps. Express your opinion, and you'll keep getting bothered by a ratchet, non-English speaking deadbeat father. Kevin Perry's anger, it sure did linger, cause his boy Joe gave his wife the magic finger. Not sure if he ever did grab a titty. That was for the Hooters girls in Atlantic City. Safe to say his fingers got her excited, but now it's not so cute cause her ass got indicted. You might have thought he was nice or maybe even funny, but now you're fucked cause you spent drug dealers' money. Elderly lady stealing from tip jars. Bitch, shouldn't you be writing your memoirs? If you were a junk box, I might have some pity for committing larceny under 250. Figured she lived in some faraway city, but this bitch serves on the open space committee. This is like some shit you see on Jerry Springer. I'm very disappointed in you, Granny McStickyfingers. Cape Cod rapper thinks he's Tony Yayo. Bitch, you look like shit, and I bet you smell like mayo. No one likes your rhymes and your fake ass chain. Your only download came from Sauce Cobain. You're out on bail cause you're a jailhouse snitch. I've seen better rappers in Orleans and Harwich. Hating on Julian Link has compiled, but unlike you, he takes care of his child. Leah Genduso was pushing mad weighty, laundering money, and still became a statey. Like nice clothes and bags from Gucci, all she had to do was sleep with Sean Bucci. Selling so much pot that they call her the dope queen. Gets a hookup job when she starts banging Riskin. Don't worry, Leah, I'm a good tipper, and Sweaty Beppy still be hiring strippers. The court testimony should seal her fate. Be careful when you tell us to get our facts straight. All right, how was that? Was that?
That was fire, Uncle Turtle.
I tried my best. Did we get any fire emojis? I work for fire emojis.
We got tons.
Oh, I'm seeing.
We got all the 100 emojis, all the fire
Dude,
emojis.
all these motherfuckers are putting the fire and 100 emojis.
That's all that matters to me. I can die happy now. Okay. All right. So let's end the night, people, with the little Ask Turtleboy. Somebody asked earlier, like, oh, sick. That was awesome. Oh, man, look at all those fire emojis. Man, you fucking people melt my heart.
You are so happy.
I know. That's all that matters to me, people. I live for the face.
That's awesome.
Oh, by the way,
Fuck it.
New website. I don't know if you guys saw the new website. I hope you guys like the design. We're not fucking around. Oh, don't forget to vote for us for Worcester Magazine's Best of Worcester Award. We love it when the mainstream media has to fucking give us awards for beating them at their own contest. Nothing is more satisfying.
Hey, I want to pick it up again.
Yeah. Oh, you're going back. But you're up in Maine.
No, I'm going. Have a contest again.
All right, let's do it. So that is that's that. So if you guys have any questions, somebody asked earlier, what's up with Sean Boches? I've heard that he recently got out of jail. He ended up doing like 8 years on a 12-year stint, something like that. He's still running the who'sarat.com website, which of course she came up with the name. So yeah, that's that. All right. So any questions you guys have? Those people like the new design. They'll say it's fire. That's excellent. Sign up for the newsletter. We're going to start having a weekly newsletter in which we give away free turtle gear to turtle riders and stuff like that. We're also going to give you guys password protected access to blogs that other people won't get if you sign up for the newsletter. So that's going to be an incentive to sign up for that. Yeah. So let's hear any
questions.
Yeah, let's hear any questions for Brett, Northshore Turtle Babe, or Uncle Turtle Boy. Let's see what any questions. Let us know.
Got any questions? Get them out now. We're finna go, son.
Man pond and lady pond question.
Yeah, usually people ask about that.
No. See, yeah. Well, Angelo Doc Holiday wants to dip in the man pond, and I guess that Sarah Woodard wants to dip in the lady pond with Turtle Girl. So,
okay. So he said.
Besides that, you guys got any fucking questions?
People said pop-ups, redirects being addressed. I haven't had
always.
It's been a good week.
I got Gap, and I don't have any of that.
I haven't had a pop-up all week. I'm not gonna lie. I thought it was addressed.
Well, do you use the app,
yeah.
Uncle Turtle? Or
yeah, but it happened. It happened with the app, which seems to defeat the purpose of an app. L asks, "Can I be your ride or die bitch?" Was that for Brett or Uncle Turtle Boy? L.
Oh, that's for you.
Yes, the answer is yes. Then L, because I'm kind of in love with L. I've always been in love with her. Let's see, what else are we?
That's the motherfucker you are, motherfucker.
I mean, what can I say? I got a sweet side. Oh, for Uncle, yes. You can be my ride or die bitch. You can be my Leah Genduso. I promise. Just don't dump me for greener pastures. That's all I ask. What else are people asking? What did Bill Sheena smell like in court the other day? That's a great question. I don't go to the court thing. Nobody from us does except for our lawyer. He looked like fucking shit. The Worcester Magazine reporter that showed up to cover this, he's like obsessed with us. Oh, good God. You got to see this. He looked like a fucking homeless man. It was terrible. It was just disgraceful. Somebody asked, Sarah asked, I'll ask one more time. Can we consider bringing in a fan commentator on Turtle Boy Live once in a while? Yes. That's a great idea, Sarah. I think
that's a great idea.
Maybe what we can do when we start having the newsletter is have like the fan of the week. They can come on, something like that. You guys think that's a good idea?
That's awesome.
Now let's do it. I mean, I like it. I think that's a great idea, Sarah. I think it's a great idea.
And even
Sarah's,
like maybe
Sarah's no Amanda. Okay, Sarah is no Amanda. Okay. Go ahead, Brett.
Sorry.
No, you go ahead.
Maybe like people could submit video questions.
I like that.
They submit a video to the site, and you could do a live once a week on, say, a Wednesday of riders' questions, and whoever they're asking would answer it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you might ask you might ask me, they might ask Gupta will probably get the most questions.
Yes, of course. So here's the thing with that.
And,
here's the thing. We do a daily podcast now. So we can do that. People can email us questions and we will answer them. Now we're getting somewhere, people. I like that idea. Email us.
Well, that's what
any questions you want. We'll answer them on. And I like Brett's idea where you get to pick who you want to answer the questions, right?
I like that.
Okay. I like that idea too. And we will answer them for you.
I'm sure people would have questions for Northshore Girl and like all the different people in the Turtle Boy universe, say.
All right.
People have questions for these motherfuckers.
Of course.
I got some shit I want to ask Gupta.
Somebody goes, Brett, do you grind your shit?
Plus, you could see something.
I want to know if his dinkadoodle is still attached after Boofta got a hold of it the last time. I'm very curious about that.
All right, Bob. All right, so
it is.
Two questions here.
Shoes, son.
We'll end it on these two questions. L wants to know, what's the most ratchet story you've ever reported? Oh, fucking, that's the toughest question I've ever been asked.
That is really.
Can we each answer this?
Yes, you guys go first.
Oh my God.
Ladies first, if you want.
Oh, thank you, Brett. You're such a gentleman. I would
No,
have to
I'm
say
not.
it was my. Yeah, fuck you. No. My
Yeah, fuck you.
my
Always
Revere
laughing at that.
ratchets, bro. Those. Oh my God, those bitches were fucking grimy. Never seen anything like it in my life.
Is that the stripper one?
Fine.
No, that was the fucking lesbian D, the one that looked like a bird.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about them. That was a good one. Yeah.
She looked like a fucking bird, and she was banging all these bitches. It was insane.
All right, Brett, what was your most ratchet?
That family that, like, the grandmother ran over the mother going to get crack, and then they were all featured in, like, a sheriff's drug video. And then the other one said that, like, I threw a brick through their window. Do you remember
What
that
town is
family?
I remember that one.
What town is it?
Orange? The Orange or something?
The Spencer family, the Orney family.
You remember?
Oh, by the way,
They were-
those people, the Orney family, they were fucking terrible. Like, they started calling people's phone numbers, threatening to do home invasions and shit. And guess what, Brett? The lead Orney there, Gabby Orney, she's a fucking turtle rider now. Like, she sends us fucking stories. And, like, I'm like, yo, you know we blogged about you. She goes, yeah, I know. I don't give a shit. I'm over it.
Well, that's proof that we reform people.
Yeah, my personal favorite.
Dude, but those just ran each other over.
Yes.
Like, they have burned up faces. Like, I threw an iron at this bitch, and I got the last crack rock.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah. All right. And the last question, Brett, they want to know, do you grind up your pot or do you jam it in there?
No. My wife has a beautiful 3-story grinder, and she grinds up the weed and then rolls it with a snake of dabs in the middle.
Well, there you go.
So, no, I'm a savage. But my wife makes sure that I have the top shelf smoking shit. So go suck a dick, ride the turtle. You can all fuck off. See you next Saturday, motherfuckers.
Yeah, all right, people. It's been a great show.
Brett is bougie as fuck.
Yeah, we love you all. We love you all, especially Elle. And thank you for coming on, Northshore Turtle Babe.
Thank you.
And,
Good night, guys.
And Brett, always a pleasure. We'll talk
Night,
soon, all
motherfucker.
right? Let's see if we can end this. We've never done it like this. How do we turn this off now? We're going to be out of here once. All right.
I'll go on, brother.
The end broadcast button. Peace outside. Woo! I think we ended it. There. And time to end the podcast. That was fun.